You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid. Hey, Bron.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, Jinx.
Okay, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. No matter what time I go to bed, I still get up around the same time, like 6-ish. Does that happen to you?
Yes.
Wow, it didn't happen to me. I don't think.
Not 6, but I like this morning.
6:40.
I woke up at 8 because that's always. I'll just always wake up at 8.
It's a good time.
And then I went back to bed till like 9:15. But it wasn't really a full sleep. I was like kind of.
I
just
couldn't go back
relaxing.
to bed. I was up at like 6:47 and let in bed for 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, I'm up. So I watched TV. I never watch TV in the morning, but I watched a little TV.
Yeah, it's a good Saturday thing.
Yeah.
Not to be. I don't know where this is coming from, but within the last month, I've had 2 horrific dreams about family members dying. I had one last night. I was up at 5 a.m.
I don't know if I want to hear it. Who was it?
Last night was Mom.
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
And like 2 weeks ago was Zerai.
So weird.
We like.
Do you think it could be subconscious stress with law school?
No, I don't think so. But why would it be deaths of people?
I don't know what it means.
They're so vivid and so scary.
I'd rather not hear it.
That I was like, it wakes me up, and then I'm like last night I woke up from it, and then I was like, I have to turn on The Office and watch TV,
Right,
like
to take your
mindless
mind off
TV for 30 minutes because like
terrible.
Yeah, so I don't
what
know.
What do you think that is?
I don't know. I remember the Zerai one vividly.
Okay, I don't need to hear about it. That's weird.
And they were both accidental deaths.
All right. Can we change subject?
Yeah. I
don't like that.
No, me neither. But like, why am I?
I don't know.
That?
What do dreams about death mean? Look it up.
Dreams
about
death. Family members dying.
Interested. And no one knows.
I mean, yeah, none of these are. This is from dreamsandmythology.com.
Could you imagine there's a fucking .com for that?
Let's see.
There's a story about everything, isn't there, Ron?
Dreams about a family member passing away can be upsetting and leave you worried, losing a love. Okay, that's what meaning.
We know that.
When a family member dies in a dream, it reflects our emotional state and any issues we may have with that particular family member. For example, unresolved resentment or guilt.
I don't.
What resentment do I have towards Zerai?
I don't think so.
Additionally, it can also represent changes and transformations in our own lives. This can involve a change in our relationships.
That's what I was saying.
Dreaming about a family member passing away has many possible spiritual interpretations. Some can think it indicates a spiritual awakening or a call to focus on our spiritual lives.
Could it be? It could be law school. It could be a new chapter. It could be your serious relationship. It could be many things.
But
you know, like, who the fuck knows?
And normally I wouldn't think anything out of it. I would just be like, damn, that was a sad dream. But having 2 within like literally 3 weeks of each other.
Yeah, and Mom's going to hear it. Mom doesn't listen to our podcast anymore.
And they were both vivid.
Right?
But Mom's was weird.
Mom doesn't listen to our podcast anymore?
No, she does. She died in pregnancy.
You're gonna tell me.
Like she was delivering a new baby for us.
Okay, no, that's
Isn't
silly
that
for
weird?
me. I would literally die if she gave birth.
Isn't that weird?
Wow. Not literally die, guys.
Like I was getting a new sibling. And she died in childbirth.
That's less inheritance for you, divided by 4.
You think that's what it was? But that's a weird component to that dream.
Interesting.
Because why would I be thinking of Mom? Like, why would I be thinking I could get a new?
Something that triggered it?
No, I mean I don't know, maybe, but yeah. Anyways,
look how white these are on my sneakers.
Yeah, all birds are like.
Cruise? Should I save them for the cruise?
What do you mean save
and
them
not
for
wear
the
them
cruise?
for the next couple of days? Like, am I dirty?
They're shoes. Just so you know, all birds are like lame. Now, I'm just letting you know. I'm not saying you were lame. I'm helping you.
Really?
He's wearing a pair of Allbirds.
So you don't want them?
No, I probably wouldn't wear them.
Should I return them?
If you don't want to wear them.
Why? What's wrong with that? I think they look nice and simple.
Yeah, I'm just saying like they've become a lame shoe.
Okay, so what do people wear?
They become like lame dads are like, this is what cool kids wear, right? Okay. I'm going to wear these.
I've had these before everyone had them, just so you know.
Same.
That is true.
But that doesn't mean that they're cool.
All right, but I got a question for you. So what do people wear?
I don't know. Not those. What are those? Do you know that?
No, but so before I go outside, should I return them?
If you like them and you think they're comfortable, wear them. Who cares? You're a dad. It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. Like I'm a happening dad.
Like Burke and his friends, no one would ever be wearing Allbirds on a college campus except like the weird nerdy kid who wants a pair of comfortable shoes. Like for real, that's what it's become. It wasn't that way 5 years ago.
Then I might have to
like Mark Zuckerberg wears them because he's like, these are cool. You know, it's like it's.
Yeah, but he can do what he wants. But I get it. So then I might literally put him back in the box.
I'm just giving you.
I need something.
Oh fuck! I tangled.
I need something, Bronny, to wear, Bronny, because you fidget.
So my shoes that I wear that you said last night, you said those are so white, and I said yeah, because I own 2 pairs because they're the best shoes in the world and they're so comfortable. The Reebok Club C's.
But they're sneakers.
Yeah, those are sneakers.
I know, but they're a little bit different. They're a little more. They're a little.
No. Are you about to say they're dressier? No, because sneakers are never dressier unless they're common projects and they're $800. And even then, I don't really like a dressy sneaker. If you're trying for dressier, wear dress shoes. Don't wear sneakers. No, but I'm saying
so
to
you think the Reebok that I used to wear when I was your age?
Yeah, those are cool. Or the Adidas Sambas, cool. But Allbirds, no. I mean, wear like I'm not like you can
I'm
wear
returning them. They're coming right off right
now.
Okay, I'll go online and get. I'm with you.
Yeah, and Club C's are more comfortable than those. Those
What's
get
Club
hot.
C?
That's the shoes that I wear. Those get
your
hot
feet
because
sweating.
they're wool.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Say no more. They're coming off. Sorry, old birds. Wow, Brian just lost you $110.
That's influenced right there. Anti-influenced.
Damn. All right. It is what it is, brother.
Yeah.
I will go order.
And that's a little PSA for all of you people listening also.
Purchase sale agreement?
No, public service announcement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thinking like a lawyer.
I haven't
get your brain.
Haven't gotten to that yet. In
so
I was just doing my false imprisonment reading in torts.
Okay, very nice.
That.
Very nice. Tell me what you think of the debate.
Did watch it.
Oh, I did.
So I'd like to hear your thoughts. I didn't watch it.
Any particular reason why you didn't watch it? Because
I don't care.
No, but our people do, and they care about our opinions, so we have to do political commentary.
Yeah, but I don't think that there's any opinion that I would have formed or not formed or changed.
You always have an opinion.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I had my opinions. Hearing them give their stump speeches, right? Like, they never really say anything new or they never actually debate. They just say their place.
I get it.
So I knew all these people anyways beforehand. I think the debate is mostly for people who don't know.
Correct.
So like a lot of people were exposed to Vivek through this debate, which is great for him. I had already been exposed to him many times before.
How?
By just being because I was interested in him. So I was like, look,
okay.
Right? So like,
but you haven't seen him in this kind of setting. This is an important setting.
But I'd watched his actual speeches, right? Like where he's speaking for 40 minutes, not 2. So I think you don't get to know someone when they're...
Pence called him Chat GPT.
No, Christie did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is
I didn't even watch it.
Which is okay, well, I don't know, but which is pretty funny. It was funny. He's a good speaker.
Christie?
No.
Vivek.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's a good speaker.
Christie was using it as a dig.
Yes.
But it's not. It's if anything, it's saying Vivek is extremely smart and well-spoken.
Yeah, he's not winning, so it doesn't matter.
Vivek?
Yeah, he's not winning.
I don't know.
I think he's not going to win.
I don't think his strategy right now, this minute, is I'm going to beat Trump. I think his strategy is
he wants to be Trump's VP.
I don't know if he does, and he's publicly said he doesn't, but that can always change.
Oh, come on.
I think he definitely is positioning himself as in the Trump camp.
100%. He would pardon him right away.
There was the moment on stage where they said who would pardon President Trump, and he was the first one that did it. And then did you see DeSantis looked left and right
to see,
and then he saw people were doing it, and he put up his hand.
Everyone
halfway.
was slowly doing it, right?
Vivek shot it up right away. I think his strategy is not I'm trying to get Trump's VP. I think his strategy is I need to position myself as the full-on second
if
runner.
Trump doesn't get it,
so that if something happens to Trump, because something could happen. He had a mugshot now, right? Like, which we got to talk about.
He'll win,
but something could happen, and I think he's positioning himself as if something happens to Trump, I need to be the next one that all those MAGA people that if they cannot vote for Trump, they want me because they know I'm the next best thing. Where they don't think DeSantis is the next best thing anymore.
Actually, I think DeSantis won the debate. You didn't see
not
it.
by any but not by any publication.
I don't know if I agree
standards.
with you. I think a lot of people say that. What publication did you listen to?
No, not like I'm saying. If you read every headline,
who do they say?
They
won
say
it?
Vivek.
Okay, I don't think at all.
But regardless of what we think, that holds power. right? If a random person who didn't watch the debates sees a headline that says Vivek won, they go, oh,
okay. First of all, it's too early, but I got to tell you, DeSantis did a great job. He did a great job. Even asked Mom.
Okay.
And Nikki Haley is the smartest out of everyone up there. I think she was great. I don't think for some reason, it's not a woman thing at all. I don't care about that. But I like Tim Scott. They're both good people. I don't think they're presidential material. Like, I really, really like Nikki Haley. She was great. She was informative. She was smart. She spoke perfectly. Her husband is in the armed forces. You know what I'm saying? Was deployed. Like, they're true Americans.
But she is pro-choice, which will never get her the Republican nominee.
Hear me out. I get it, but she also, I forget what her position was, but
I watched highlights of
she was smart in her answering about it. And listen, I, like everyone else, you pick the 4 or 5 important things that are most important.
But the thing with it is, like, it's a game. And so you have to play, like, it's a game. And so if you're playing incorrectly at this point, right, there's no way you're going to win. Because half of Republican votes, are Trump votes, MAGA, right? Let's just call them MAGA votes, that camp, that will vote for Trump no matter what. That's half of the party right now. So it's like you either have to gain the entire other half of the party, which is almost impossible, and that's what they're all trying to do, right? Or you try to gain some of that half, and you try to steal some of the MAGA half away, which is what I think Vivek is trying to do by saying, I love Trump. He's great. So I think it's the strategy.
He's far from stupid.
Yeah, but the strategy of like Nikki Haley, who's saying, I'm going to be the pro-choice Republican, where then Pence is saying, I'm going to be the pro-life Republican. They're splitting votes where none of them will be able to win it.
Pence is a waste. The religion thing is too much.
But that's his game.
Okay, I'm not talking about the game. I get it,
but
Brian.
That's smart for the Republicans. There are a lot of Republicans, that
are very religious like that.
That say, you said you got to pick your 4 or 5 things. There are a lot of Republicans say, I only want one thing. I want religion. Abortion.
Right.
That's the only thing I want. And Pence is on that track.
I'm just giving my own opinion. I think Pence is a waste. I don't think he was good. I think Tim Scott is great in a local position. I like him. He's a likable guy. And I think he really cares and he's a good person.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like what Obama was when Obama was running. When Obama was running, he was like, look, I'm not playing the race card. I'm not playing any identity things. I'm just a likable, smart, well-spoken guy that is an easy vote. And I want to bring us all together. That's what Obama ran on. He didn't run on being black. Now his whole thing is black. But he literally ran on like just being likable. And that's what won him the thing, because you can't be against that. And that's what Tim Scott's doing.
But I know, listen, I just think that it's going to come down to DeSantis. I don't know. Vivek.
DeSantis is already out. No,
I don't agree with you.
Okay. I mean, we don't have to.
I don't agree with you.
You're just basing this off just your opinion, or like what?
First of all, he's still out of those people, he's 100% was number 1.
No, he's not by the polls. Do you want me to bring him up?
Which poll are you going to bring up?
Anyone.
All right, bring them all up.
Anyone.
And Vivek is, I think, the fact that he doesn't want to give to Israel, he doesn't want to give to these other countries. Money is going to be the nail in his coffin.
That he doesn't want to give money to other countries.
Correct.
That's the biggest pro-Republican thing.
But I don't think
I don't want to give any money to Ukraine.
You don't want to give any money to you. I get it. You don't want to give any money to Israel.
Does he say I don't want to give any money to Israel?
Yes. Yeah, he said that.
Okay.
And
I don't not necessarily agree with that. That's a whole other conversation we could have.
Destroyed him on that. She fucking destroyed him on that. Like, so eloquent, so well done.
But let me pose that question, because this is a whole other debate. But like, why should the American government not give money to Ukraine, right? Because you're like, why are we giving billions of dollars?
We gave $75 billion to Ukraine, and we want to give another $25 billion.
Okay, so do you think we should not give money to Ukraine?
I don't think we should give $25 billion more. I think listen, and I can make arguments both sides, but I do agree with Vivek about we could take that money internally and help our own country. I agree with that. I've always been a firm believer of that.
So then why Israel? Why should we be giving billions to Israel?
Because
not Ukraine.
I think that we always give to all these other countries. I think we still have to help support countries in some degree. But to say blanket, we're not going to do this, period, I don't agree with that. I think we have to have our allies. We have to have support. We are the superpower. We have these things we have to do. And again, I don't know enough about our budget.
Why shouldn't we be giving to Ukraine?
We gave $75 billion.
So do you think we should stop?
I don't know.
We should continue funding?
I I don't know. I can't make a blanket answer, but maybe we give, I'm saying, $10 billion and we take $5 billion to our borders and our homeless. I'm saying there's ways to do it where,
I mean, also the Israel lobby is so large in this country that no president, no matter what, could completely make that money turn to zero. It's just impossible.
I'm just saying Nikki Haley was very good in shooting him down. And I like Vivek. I'm just saying I'm still voting for Trump, so it doesn't matter.
Like there was another guy on the stage, Asa Hutchinson, who
waste of time.
He had a pin on his lapel that was an American flag and an Israeli flag. And there were people on Twitter. Now, a lot of them were anti-Semitic because I was reading these comments, but a lot of people on Twitter were saying, this is treasonous to be wearing another country's flag on an American presidential stage. And I kind of agree. I'm a fan of Israel. I'm pro-Israel. I think they need support. But to be wearing their flag
Hutchinson?
To get the
Jewish
support of AIPAC or whatever. But I hate when a politician is wearing a Ukrainian flag in our governmental office. That's another country's flag. It has nothing to do in our politics.
I hear you loud and clear, and I don't disagree with you.
So a lot of the comments were like anti-Semitic because a lot of people are very, very pro-Israel because of an anti-Semitic thing or anti-Israel. But I see some of the sides of, like, I think Ukraine, no matter, like, we should not be giving money to that country to fight their wars. And I also agree that maybe less money. Like, I think maybe we should still support, but I don't think we should be giving all of our money to Israel to fight their own wars. And I'm pro-Israel, but it's like there's a debate to be had.
But it's not an all or nothing thing. We're making generalizations. I agree with you. I think that we should help our own. We have a lot of problems in our own country, and I agree with that. But I think there's a balance.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's all this.
And I'm sure Vivek isn't. I'm sure I'm sure he's not saying I don't want to give any money to any foreign power.
He said it a little bit, but my point is this: there's so much corruption and so much money given with the PPP money and all the this $1 trillion budget plan that came out and all the stuff that when we read, remember a year ago what they've given money to. So it's a crock of shit. But I think there's a balance.
Yeah.
But let's go back to the polls. You said DeSantis is not
number one?
Yeah.
You said he's number one. Well, Trump is number one by 50%.
I'm talking about that, right? Not talking about Trump. Yeah. Correct.
So Vivek and DeSantis have been trading places constantly, which already, like the fact that DeSantis a year ago everyone was like, he's a shoo-in. And then he started speaking on a campaign trail. And now the fact that he's trading places for 1 and 2.
Correct.
With
but
a newcomer.
It's a year out. We still have plenty of time.
Which I think hurts DeSantis.
You think he can do more damage to himself? I don't know.
Not can. Will.
Okay.
Because the second he you can listen to the evolution in our own podcast. A year ago, before he was on the campaign trail for being president, there was nothing bad to say about him. And it was like, this guy is perfect for
True,
president.
but now he's much more in the spotlight, so what social media does too.
But it's not that. It's him. It's not even his policies. It's him as a person. He's not charismatic. And that doesn't win you the presidency.
It doesn't matter. I'm voting for Trump, so I hear you.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about who you're voting for. Right. I'm talking about what the people are seeing to DeSantis. I'm not talking about you.
I get, but I am talking about me.
No, but you're not. You're saying he's number one. He's going to win it. No, that's what everyone else is going to do.
I think he's going to win the primary. I mean, Trump will. I mean, Trump will.
I mean, the thing is now, it's who the fuck. It's so up in the air that, like, there's no way.
America's a joke. Pull your poll up.
Presidential Republican nominee polls. Let's see. Did you hear that, or is that me?
I hear it.
Okay, I think we're gonna. Where the Republican presidential primary stand post debate. Let's see. Just give me a poll.
Yeah, I don't think you're on the right thing.
Who won the first? No, Trump crushing DeSantis and GOP rivals. That's back from July.
And I do need to watch the Tucker Carlson thing with Trump. Who knows which one's even fucking showing these things?
Yeah, this is from Morning Consultant. So right now, this is Morning Consultant. I don't know what that is. Second choices: DeSantis 33, Vivek 23. Then a huge drop: Mike Pence, then Tim Scott.
By the way, that billionaire guy, what's the name?
You got the long hair.
He was on the far right.
The guy who actually is the only one on stage that looked like a president, in my opinion.
Okay, he was really he's a smart guy.
Yeah, I doubt he'll ever.
He's a billionaire.
He's the only one. Like if you were voting for a president based on looks, I would vote for him.
No,
he looks like a president.
And he just spoke very nice.
Yeah,
and Kennedy Jr. Mom was listening to the podcast, and I heard him. I was getting dressed the other day, and I like him, but it is hard with the voice. It's hard to get used to Kennedy's voice. It's a shame. I hate to say that because I was getting dressed. Mom's listening to the podcast, and I like Kennedy. I do. I like what he stands for. I trust him. Does that make sense? I trust him as doing what really is right and his whole beliefs. So I would like him as well, but it's hard with the voice. I think it's going to hurt him, which is a shame.
Yeah, it definitely will hurt him. This is from Real Clear Politics. This is as of today. So it's the average from all of these polls. So some of these polls, so let's see, Reuters Trump is literally in the 50s, and then everyone else is and then the next one is in the 10s, and then it's lower, right? So that's how. Right. But so I'm just going to skip Trump. But Reuters has DeSantis with 13, Vivek at 5, Insiders DeSantis 18, Vivek 7, Morning Consultants DeSantis 14, Vivek 11. Let's see, Emerson has them tied 10 and 10. Fox has DeSantis 16, Vivek 11. So DeSantis is ahead of him, not by much.
But it's close, right?
Yeah. Their average is DeSantis 14, Vivek 7.
Okay.
And then it's a huge drop. Pence is 4, then Haley's 3, Scott's 2.
Honestly, Pence is so here's the thing. All these other these candidates, they're raising millions. What a waste of money. Give it to the homeless.
It's an extreme waste of money. Just drop
out. You know there's no chance of you winning.
But a lot of them don't run to win. A lot of them run to get other things.
Recognition.
Yeah, and then if you get power, you get recognition.
But who would put money into Pence? Who would put money into Nikki Haley, as great as she is? They're not winning.
I know, but it's a game, like I said. So let's say you're a super PAC that's a very pro-abortion super PAC. Pence, regardless of if he wins this or not, is still in the government, right? I think is he a senator or is he what is he? Mike Pence. What is he now? Or is he even anything? Right now he is
vice president.
No, he was the governor of Indiana, then he was the vice president. So I guess he's nothing right now. But what the game is you're a pro-abortion or an anti-abortion super PAC. So you have a lot of money already because people give it to you, churches give it to you, whatever, right? You have billions of dollars in your organization. And your main goal in your organization is to ensure that pro-abortion stuff does not get passed in America. So someone like Pence, who's been in government for a long time and is very on your track, you want to give him money so that he's in your camp. So that let's say he doesn't get president, which is probably obvious, right?
Probably. It's 100% obvious.
Yeah, but then you gave him a lot of money to support that.
He's not even in government anymore.
Right. But he probably will run again, and he probably will get a House of Representative position, or he'll have speaking positions. And now he's in your pocket forever because you gave him millions of dollars. So no matter what, you now have this person who is your voice.
It's a waste.
But it's not a waste because that's what lobbying is. That's why things get passed all the time. Why do you think DeSantis? It seems very obvious to me on the front. DeSantis in Florida passed this insurance thing, right? Insurance reform.
The roof thing and everything.
That was it only helps the insurance company, right? It's very anti-Floridian.
It's very crooked.
Why would you think he would pass that 1 month before he goes on the presidential campaign trail? It's because the insurance companies obviously were like, we'll give you money.
Right, here's $10 million.
And then, and so it's that is fucked up. And that all right there, if you're you were the Florida guy, right? Florida loved him. And everyone here loved him.
A lot of Floridians are having a hard time with the insurance prices.
If you are selling away your people who put you into power for money to gain more power, fuck you. I don't trust you. If you're not going to do that to your hometown people, why wouldn't you do it to the American public for another foreign interest when you get to the power thing? Right, but some of them don't do it so blatantly, at least, or don't do it at all.
Okay,
right. I don't think RFK does that.
No, I like RFK.
And DeSantis, his whole thing was Florida loves me, and we did. And then to sell us at the 11th hour, to sell us out so that he can gain more power, I'm like, no, you're not our guy. And I can't trust you anymore. And then you watch him, like, the biggest thing was when he gave his opening speech. Let's see, DeSantis. He's just, he feels to me very out of his element. Like, this thing is
he's not a great speaker.
Not only is he a great speaker,
I want to hear
he's
stealing. I missed his opening because I came in.
This is just 2 seconds long, but it's just to show that, like, he doesn't have charisma. Look at how awkward this is.
And I will not let you down.
Look how awkward his smile is.
And I will not let you down.
That ruins it for him right there.
I know that's you can come on people. No. Okay,
presidents are nowadays, especially like literally nowadays, presidents are won by if they are likable when you look at them. If like Trump won because people were like, this guy's fucking cool. That's why he won. This guy can hand it to someone. He has to remember to smile. Like that is, you're not going to win it.
Okay, I got it.
I know. I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm just giving evidence to my points. Like, look at this. People are comparing him to Homelander.
Oh my God, Homelander's creepy.
Look at how awkward his smile. Look at him. Look, he's grinding his teeth. What's he doing?
Wow.
I think he's out of his element, and everyone's seeing it.
All right, we'll see. I don't think it's gonna make a difference either way, but I hear it.
You don't think that?
I think it's gonna be DeSantis or Vivek anyway.
Probably not. But with all these, like,
and do you think it's gonna be Biden?
No, it definitely isn't. They're already turning on Biden. If you look at Newsom, probably. It's not gonna be Kamala. If you look at the media,
who's that?
If you look at the news, they're already turning on Biden. You can see even MSNBC things. They're taking digs at him, and I think they're setting up a removal
due to health issues. They're gonna say that's what they're gonna do. I mean,
or like he needs to like spend more time with his family.
He's not getting any older.
Or like he wants what's best for the country, and he thinks someone else can serve it better now. You know, something like that. That's what's going to happen.
It'll be interesting.
So the Trump mugshot, I guess we got to talk about.
Talk to me. Show me the mugshot.
Yeah, have you not seen it yet?
It's just he's not in orange. He's in his suit, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The mugshot to me, and I don't think anyone else is on this train, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong. It's just I saw it and I was like, this isn't a real mugshot. And I don't know why I felt that way.
Let me see.
And I have a little bit of evidence to support myself. So you know Original Grain. We've been fans for a while.
Love them. Have their watches. Love it. Get a lot of compliments.
Cool watch. They're like manly and
reasonably priced. Yep.
So they just launched a Kickstarter campaign to do a new set of watches that are fully designed, built, assembled in America with American materials by American craftsmen.
Okay.
So it's like their new line.
I like it. Good foundation.
Yeah, and so they're super cool. Look, like they've been doing here. This is their Kickstarter, so I can show you. If you guys don't know what Original Grain is, they make watches from reclaimed woods, reclaimed plastics, metals, from all
armed
different
forces.
Types. Yeah, so the armed forces ones are from reclaimed bullet cases, and so they're now doing an American-made collection. So you can go onto their Kickstarter. The link will be in the description, and you can go join and make a pledge.
It's a good-looking watch. You could buy it for your father. You could buy it for your boyfriend. You could buy it for your husband.
Here's a little map of showing where. So the company was founded in Oregon. The watches are designed in California. They're manufactured in Arizona. They get their whiskey or they get their bourbon barrels from Kentucky. They get their leather from South Carolina, and they're getting the wood from Minnesota. So it's like super cool. They're incorporating all these different states, all different American workforce.
And it's amazing they can do all that stuff in those different areas, build it in America, and the prices are so reasonable for the workmanship and the product you get. It's unbelievable when you think about it.
So I would go to their Kickstarter, check it out, back their project now so you can get your watch before they're gone. And
support America, guys. Yeah. That's what you got to do. We got to take care of our own.
It's a badass picture. You got to admit it.
That is funny.
His hair
looks
funny.
good. He put the angle. That's hysterical.
It's funny, and it doesn't seem like a mugshot to me. Why is it above him? Like
What do you mean above him?
It's the camera is down
It's
on a
little
flattering
weird.
angle. So
It's
a flattering angle for people is down because then you don't see like fat.
Okay.
Mugshots are notoriously straight on.
And don't they have the ruler behind you showing your height?
No, well, not in these. So the thing is, over the last week, all of the people involved in this. So this is like the Fulton County. It's the Georgia election interference.
One thing they kept talking about at the debate was they're very anti with the Department of Justice weaponized for political purposes. They were all support, obviously saying this is a fucking joke. And they all saying we're gonna clear out fucking house when we get involved.
And it's shocking that that isn't a universal thing. That's like shocking. A cornerstone of America is that the Department of Justice is removed from politics.
They were very strong about it, a lot of people on the panel, but it's a joke, right? I don't care if you're a Democrat or not. It should be everyone's position like, this is a fucking joke. The Democrats should hate the fucking Democrats with what they're doing. It's wrong on every level.
Yeah, they're just so entrenched in the cult that
fucking level it's wrong. I mean, you're a fucking idiot to think you're okay with that because you know what? Then the Republicans get in and the Republicans say, you know what? We're going after fucking Biden. I'm just saying my point is just to prove a point.
And
or anyone else we don't like
the Republicans do the same thing.
But you know what I'm saying? It's meaning like
and Trump you could argue that Trump putting in 3 insanely conservative justices on the Supreme Court is making the Supreme Court political, which is making the DOJ political. Which is like literally since those justices have come on, they've been changed. We've had American established rules that were put in by the Supreme Court for 70 years now. You know, Roe v. Wade, and then affirmative action. All these things that have been in for so long that now, because of these 3 people,
but that's a little different.
They're just changing all the rules. I know, but it could be argued that they're making the DOJ political.
No, but the law could be the DOJ is becoming political because the people in charge of the politicians are telling them exactly what to do, and they're going after people because we don't want them in office. So we're spending taxpayer dollars now
but it also could become political by one person putting in multiple people on a very personal agenda. Then those people now change laws in America.
Yes, the president, unfortunately, the way our rules are written, the president appoints the justices.
But in us giving the president that power,
that's a different issue.
But in that president, in part of us saying the president has that power, we're entrusting them to say, we want you to pick someone fair and neutral. He picked people who were politicized, who very clearly said, if I'm appointed, I will be fighting to get rid of abortion rights.
Okay, I get it.
But that's making the Justice Department political.
No.
It is.
It's
not saying I'm entrusting these judges to do what they do.
Okay. All right.
How is that not making them political?
Because the president has that. The issue of whether or not president should have that power is a separate issue, right? That's different. What the rules say. The president has their own personal views, so they're going to appoint just like federal judges are appointed. So they always put in people that they think is going to go with their views, whether their political views, their personal views, their moral values, their religious views. That's what we hang out people similar to us. Well, appointed justices.
But that's not what we.
I understand that, but my point is
you trust the president to put in someone fair, not someone like them.
But when the president when a federal judge, which on the Supreme Court or any federal judge, right, gets appointed, they're not voted officials,
right?
Okay, they're not elected; they're appointed,
which is part of the reason why they chose to do that was because to make it fair, so that they were not partisan, because they didn't have to be elected. So they didn't have to have a popular vote.
Fair is a word like reasonable. It's such a gray area, it means nothing. So what you might think is fair, for example, that I might say, okay, I'm going to appoint so-and-so to this. If I was a federal judge, I don't know how federal judges get appointed, but if I was the one that had the ability to appoint a federal judge, I would say, yeah, I think they should have similar values to me or similar beliefs to me because I think I'm fair when it comes to those things.
So you don't think that that's having a political agenda?
No, I'm not calling it
that's
political.
A different question.
I'm calling it an agenda Meaning it's not
based on your politics.
No, but no, it's not
based
even
on what then?
Because I look at politics as government, and I'm saying to myself, like,
But what is abortion legislation if not government?
No, but what I'm saying is, Bronny,
what is the government if not legislation?
Okay, you got it, Bronny. You've been talking for 40 minutes, so you got to let me talk for a minute about something. You got to let me say something. I know you get annoyed, but if you listen, you got to let me say my thing.
Okay.
So when I'm saying my something and you interrupt me, say, what is it? You can have a full 20-minute conversation, talk about it, and I let you finish. You got to let me finish. And then when I'm done, say your piece, but don't cut me off in the middle of saying it doesn't work that way. You're not going to do that with your college professor. So let me finish my thing. When anyone has the ability to put somebody in a position of power, whatever it is, you're supposed to be fair and a fighter, but that's such a gray area. It doesn't happen because human beings are human beings, and you have your own views and beliefs, what you think is right, like parents raising their children. I think I'm raising my kids the best, and I'm doing it right. Another parent might say different because we all come up with different backgrounds, how we were raised, whatever it might be. So there definitely are people, and as I said, the issue of the president appointing a Supreme Court justice or a federal judge being appointed by a particular person or whatever it is, maybe that's too much power given to the person, given to that individual or that group. But that's just the way it is. But the thing is, it's not always going to be completely fair because it's this human component that comes into it. So when I use the word politicize, or you say, isn't that politicized? I think that, for example, let's go back to your abortion thing. If a president believes in pro-life, not pro-choice, he thinks he's 100% being fair to put somebody in that believes pro-choice. I mean, pro-life. He's not going to put in, there's only two choices, pro-choice or pro-life, right? There's no in between. There's scales of it, but there's only two choices. Pro-life, pro-choice. Different degrees. When you can have abortion, when you can't have abortion, whatever it might be. He's not going to put somebody in a different view of him because he would think, he thinks that's unfair.
But that's still politicizing the Department of Justice. You said the whole reason why we're on this is you said the Democrats are forcing the Department of Justice to do their own bidding. I'm saying the Republicans have done the same thing.
No, I'm saying no government official. I'm not pointing a judge is different than telling our Department of Justice with taxpayer dollars to go after somebody just because we don't want them in office.
Sure, I think both are wrong.
That's a big difference.
I think both are making the Department of Justice politicized.
Okay, but there's a big difference. One is pure, evil and using the Department of Justice. Listen,
it's getting what they want.
Department of Justice for something that wasn't put in place for. The other is if you're appointing judges who have a different, they're not part of, let's say, the Department of Justice in that regard.
The Supreme Court justices are the head of the Department of Justice.
Okay, but they're not.
And they're supposed to be completely removed from politics.
Okay, but you can't be removed as when you're a judge. There's no such thing as blind justice. You can't be removed as a judge from bringing your own personal life experiences into making a decision.
Of course,
it is literally impossible.
What if Biden did it? What if Biden? Wait, just let's think about this hypothetical. What if Biden was able to put on 4 justices onto the...
It would suck.
But let's say he put on people who were like extremely liberal, where they were like, trans rights are the most important thing. Yeah. Critical race theory should be taught in all schools. Yeah. And then never in our history of government had we right? Because for decades and decades, we as Americans had been living in a country where there was no critical race theory mandated in schools. There was no, whatever, Democrat things that we don't live by.
Okay.
And Biden pushed through for these people and changed the balance. And then these people started going back into laws that we all decided on as people and said, nope, all students now have to learn critical race theory. All trans women have to be able to compete.
I got it.
Would you not say that is the Democratic Party? That they've harnessed the power of the Supreme Court and they're using it to their advantage, and this is unfair to the people because we didn't choose this.
The difference is,
what would you say in that situation?
The difference is, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that.
But you are disagreeing. You said it's not being politicized.
The issue is the president shouldn't have the power to do that. That would be a problem. I don't agree because I'm pro-choice, not pro-life, right? Okay, so I don't agree with. See, I'm talking in general aspects and reality. I don't agree with the fact that you should be able to. How do you overcome that? By
the president choosing fair people.
And what is that?
Not choosing political people.
What does that mean, fair people?
Not choosing someone for a political motive.
Wait. What
he chose Amy Coney Barrett only because she said, "I'm going to get rid of abortion."
Okay,
not because she said, "I'm a fair justice."
But maybe Trump is anti. He says I'm anti-abortion, so I want to put somebody.
But that's political.
Why is that
I'm
political
choosing this one person for this one policy?
No. But why is that political? That was the most important thing from. See,
but that's political.
Bronson.
The most important thing for Biden is to make sure that Trump doesn't run. So he's harnessing the Department of Justice.
But the difference is using taxpayer dollars to go after a person in four or five different accounts.
Taxpayer dollar thing is the issue?
The issue is you keep saying fair. What does that mean? What does that mean? There's no unicorns and rainbows and white picket fence. It doesn't exist. The word reasonable. What does that mean, fair? What might be fair to you? What might be fair to you might not be fair to somebody else. So when you could put somebody...
I mean, sure, you want to...
No, but that's the truth. How do you know? You don't know, as you sit here today, that might be... Trump might say, listen, I'm going to put somebody in. I like this person. They believe exactly what I believe in. And I think that's the way things should be fair, so I'm putting that person in. Now, you can label it political. I don't necessarily label it political.
So what about Biden, then? But do you see what you're doing? You're giving full benefit of the doubt to one side, but not applying that logic. What if Biden is saying, I believe that Trump is truly a criminal, and I believe it's fully fair to litigate his crimes and see if they're crimes or not.
No,
you litigate in the Department of Justice.
Let's go Biden putting somebody in Supreme Court.
You're saying Biden's evil doing that.
No,
but Trump is fair in doing what he believes.
No, I'm not saying
you said Trump is fair.
No, that's not what I said. I said in Trump. Okay, you're saying I'm saying I don't agree that, or when you say that they should put in fair, if Biden did the exact same thing and put the justices in,
you would say he's doing it for a political motive.
I'm saying I think it's too much power to have a president could stack the Supreme Court. I agree with you. I have a problem with it, period. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the proper procedure protocol, but to give that person such power to put them in is a concern. I agree 1,000%. Democrat or Republican.
But so Trump appointing these judges, you think that he was doing what he thought was fair and best. And so you're like, it is what it is.
No, I'm not saying it is what it is.
I think if Biden put in people and they were making all these changes to rules, you would be like, the Democrats are using the Supreme Court to enact political motives. I believe that you would say that and you would feel that. And I would feel it too.
I would say,
just like I feel the Republicans are using the Supreme Court for their political motives.
But if I broke it down, I would, if Biden did that, I would have a problem saying that I don't want those people in the position of being a justice. Supreme Court justice, just like I don't listen.
But why? Why would you not want them? Because it's unfair?
Because it's not what I believe in. But I would want someone in that Supreme Court. I would, just like when I go to court, I want the judge to make a decision based on what I believe is right. That's what I'm fighting for. And by the way, when I lose,
it's not right or wrong.
No, wait, it is. When I lose,
we live with
I don't think the outcome was fair.
But what's fair?
Okay, if it goes against what I believe in, it's unfair.
Oh, so but that we live in a society where we all have to balance each other's beliefs.
I get it, but we
don't live in John Bloom's America.
No, but my point is, when I'm trying to make an analogy,
so you have to be fair.
Bronny, I know what a fiduciary is and being reasonable, but my point is this.
But you said there's no such thing as reasonable, and now I was like, that's ridiculous to say.
But Bronson.
But you just said you know it's reasonable.
But Bronson, you understand that what might be reasonable to you, like when you put the word reasonable in a contract, I could fight that for 2 years and litigate what is reasonable.
I know, but let's be reasonable in this conversation and say you have your idea of fair and I have my idea of fair. And what's actually fair, objectively, is probably a mixture of our fair ideas, right?
Okay.
Wait, do you agree? Or is what's fair?
I don't know.
But let's think. it's between me and you say what's my way is 100% fair, and I say what's my way is 100% fair.
Dad, you're being unfair
Wait,
because you punished me for this. And I'm saying, I don't think I'm being unfair for punishing you.
I know, but what's objectively fair is probably not 100% on one side or 100% on the other, especially when we live in a country where we have to all coexist. What's fair to everyone is a compromise somewhere. Maybe it's further on one side or the other. But do you think what's truly fair, right? Like, I'm saying your personal belief. Do you think it's fully fair to be 100% on just your beliefs?
No, of course not.
Right.
Of course not.
So
Right.
That's what I'm saying, though.
But I'm agreeing with you on that.
But I'm
with the
saying,
Trump
like,
thing.
but a justice
I just don't know.
should be somewhat objectively fair. Of course, they're going to have
who
their
do you
beliefs.
Who do you put in as if you were the one to make the decision? Who do you put in? You put in something that you think represents. You
Maybe
hope
someone more middle ground, not someone so like Trump purposely
How is
chose
that
people
middle-
who are more conservative than him.
Okay, how do you
You
I have a
you
question.
get to know them.
No, how do you choose middle ground with pro-life, pro-choice?
What you do is you choose people. That's the beauty of why it's 9 people, right? Because then a middle ground can be reached.
I'm talking about appointing somebody.
You don't appoint someone who's so strong. I think I'm a nice middle ground between pro-life and pro-choice. I don't feel strongly either way. I see the merits on both sides. But someone like Amy Coney Barrett does not entertain the merits on one side at all whatsoever. There's no convincing her.
Look,
so that, like,
okay.
me and you, I think, are pretty fair on the abortion thing. We're kind of in the middle. We're like, you know what? I see what they're saying. I understand that aborting a baby at 5 months is objectively wrong.
Is bizarre.
But also making it illegal after 4 weeks is also objectively unfair.
I agree with you.
So you said, how do you choose on the pro? I think that's fair
But
of us.
I get it. But that was
And
important
people
to him.
exist
And
like that.
people make their right. There's no such thing as, unfortunately, as fair and reasonable and blind justice.
But there's
That's the
more
reality.
fair than not.
You're gonna see.
How about that?
Okay, yes, there is, but that's nice. You would hope, but our world, people, it just doesn't come down to that. Unfortunately,
Of course, I know. But
even with it, you'll see as I remember, and you're right in what in your beliefs and your views and what you're saying. But I remember when I first started off, when I was a young lawyer, I was so objective and so this, and you're like. And you can
I'm
take
not
the world
being
by-
objective.
No,
I'm being
but
gray.
But you can mean
you're
like,
the one saying black and white.
No, meaning like you want to see the world and you're gonna change it all, and you realize like it's so.
No, that's not what I'm saying. The reason why I'm bringing
I know
this
I'm
up.
saying that.
The reason why I'm bringing this up is because you said it's horrible that the Democrats are using.
I'm saying it's horrible. Period. If Democrats and Republicans did on both sides have said that,
But I think if the Republicans did it, you would be like, yeah, okay.
No, I'm 100%. Like, I know fucking Biden's are guilty, Hunter. And
How do you know?
Come on,
You've
Brian.
litigated it?
Okay.
You've proved evidence in a
I
court
don't.
of law?
I don't have to. By the way,
You see that that's inherently
no.
a bias. That's an
But
unfair bias.
but they've gone after. Listen, they haven't even listen for a second. They haven't even gone after him. And when they've gone after Biden for what should be a felony and all the stuff they gave him as a little slap on the wrist to give him a misdemeanor, they spent $40 million of taxpayer dollars to go after fuck with the Mueller report to go after Trump couldn't find anything, and they keep going until they try to get something.
So do you think we should have a trial for Hunter Biden?
Listen. I don't think they should have given him fucking misdemeanor when they investigated him.
No,
They should have
but so I'm
fucking
saying, should we have a real trial? Like a big trial like they're doing to Trump? Should we indict Hunter Biden and have a full trial?
They should investigate all the stuff that's going on, yes.
Okay, great. I completely agree. So you said they should investigate all that's going on. How do they do that if not by using taxpayer dollars?
But they did it with Trump, and we know that.
But how do they do it? How do they do that if not with taxpayer dollars?
And they spent $40 million and they found nothing. Their own people found nothing.
Yeah.
So let's do it again.
So wait, but
it's
do
sort of like double jeopardy. They're going to try you for a fucking
I agree
case
with
once,
that.
and they keep going only because they
So
fear him.
So let's just take the first one. Then. I agree. All the
And
ones
they
that feel
lost with
I
the
know,
Mueller report.
But when that Mueller report was happening, you were like, they shouldn't be using taxpayer dollars on this.
Because listen,
Why?
Because all right,
Shouldn't they investigate crimes?
We see Hunter Biden on social media doing crack. It's illegal. We see him.
That's
with
not the
process.
problem. It's the Burisma stuff that's the problem.
But wait, but let's
And the tax stuff.
But you can arrest him for that. It's illegal to do crack cocaine. He has hookers. Why can we arrest him for that?
It's not. I don't think it's illegal to arrest someone. Like if I post a picture of me smoking weed, there's no proof that I smoked the weed.
Okay.
Him doing crack.
Okay.
What if that was water vapor that he was inhaling?
You understand what I'm saying?
But you can't arrest someone on a picture of him doing crack.
You can.
He has to have the crack.
No, I don't. You're a criminal lawyer now.
No, but I'm saying
You have
like
1 week of law school under your belt.
no, I don't know anything about that. I'm just
That
saying
might
I
be
think
probable
that's the case.
cause to fucking go in and do what they need to do.
And that takes taxpayer dollars.
Okay, but my point. But they know he's doing a crime.
No, they don't, Dad.
No, they do, Bronson. They do.
Oh no. You're saying it's
He's
you're saying I could litigate fair for 2 years.
He's literally doing a crime and he's posting it.
How is that
Okay,
crack? Prove to me
Bronson,
that's crack. What might prove to me?
Bronson.
How
They
do you
would
know?
go in.
Wait, but I'm saying
They
you
would
said,
go in and they would do a blood work.
and they would do okay, but that takes money. But so they don't know.
Okay.
Wait, but
Are
Dad,
you
said
fucking-
you said
Are you on crack?
You said they know because of the picture. How do they know?
Are you on crack? All right,
Prove
I'm not
to
gonna
me
have
right.
this stupid
Oh,
conversation.
because you know that's wrong.
No, I don't
Prove
know
to
it's
me that's
wrong.
crack right now.
And
I'll bring up the
by
picture.
the way,
Prove to me.
by the way, and also,
Prove it to me.
His application for the gun permit. They know that's a crime. That's a crime.
Right, and he was in court for that. Right.
He got a misdemeanor when it's a felony.
Okay. Yeah. So
$3 million in tax evasion. They made him pay it back like $100,000.
Yeah,
okay?
that's wrong.
That's
I
my
agree.
point. That's what I'm saying.
But so then, do you think we should use the Department of Justice to be harsher on him? Do you think we should be harsher and actually be like, we're going to hold you accountable for these crimes? It's yes or no. Do you?
Oh, I do think so.
Right. And how do you do that if not investigating and using money and using the Department of Justice
Wait,
to enact
Ron,
money?
I love you being not that smart. What you're saying is not backing me in a corner. The reality is, it's not the about taxpayer. They used $40 million taxpayer. They did it.
For what?
They
what do you mean?
they go after
Hunter?
Trump.
Oh, no,
To go-
we're
listen,
talking about Hunter right now.
They should. If they're
Why are you
gonna-
bringing Trump in? We're talking about
because
Hunter.
yes, they should go. They should use taxpayer dollars to go after people who commit crimes.
Right. So why do you have
Period.
a problem with them doing? And I'm not saying the 5 of them. I'm talking about the first one. You had a problem with. Why? They were trying to investigate a crime that they thought.
Okay.
And you're saying they use taxpayer dollars.
Because,
It's like, what else are they
there's a
supposed to
big
use?
difference, Bronson. There's a big difference in
But
going
we're talking about the first one.
I'm telling you, listen, there's a big fucking difference, Bronson, when they have him for falsifying a federal document as opposed to spending a year and a half and $40 million to try to find someone. It's a fishing expedition. You're going to see his.
I'm talking about the Burisma stuff.
Listen.
The corruption. The gun thing is proven. It's a fact. Right. It's right there. I agree. I'm talking about the Mueller report was about the idea of Russia collusion. And the Burisma stuff with Hunter Biden, his corruption with Ukraine, is the idea
So let them do it. Let them spend taxpayer dollars.
I
for
think
that.
they should have a full Mueller report on Hunter.
No one disagrees with you on that.
Right, but you disagree with them doing it on Trump.
No, what I was saying was the one.
And there was evidence.
No, there's a difference. No, I think it's a fishing expedition against Trump. When you're going to see when you become a lawyer.
So you think the motives for doing it was
You're
wrong?
not entitled to go after things that are fishing expedition. You have some sort of causation.
There was.
No, I don't think. Well, there wasn't. Just saying.
There was. There were two. There was the what are their names? There were two.
Okay,
high up FBI.
They wasted it.
Wait, but
and they didn't win,
wait,
and they
but
want more.
There were
They want
two,
more.
Wait, but you said there was nothing.
we gotta
I'm trying to
wrap it
give
up.
you.
We
There,
gotta
there
wrap
were two reports by different FBI agents that
FBI agents, right?
right. But before you find out if something's real or not, right? Like you said, a fishing expedition. It doesn't constitute as fishing if you have claims. Maybe the claims are false and you prove that later on in court, right? And so that's what they did. They learned that there was corruption. But if you on the face, if you're trying to, we were just learning about this in law school, like Rule 11 in civil procedure, or whatever. Like if you can be thrown out for just like not having enough evidence to bring a suit, right? Like you have to have I can't just say I'm suing you for this for just because I don't like you. Like I have to have reasons.
Well, that's federal court.
Yeah.
State court, you can sue anybody for anything.
Right, but these were in federal. This was federal.
I get it, but I'm just saying. But this is a.
But you're saying it was just fishing, and it's like no, it wasn't. They were
But
credible.
who makes the decision on whether or not the Rule 111 motion should be granted? The federal judge.
Yeah,
wait. And what federal judge is going to be assigned to the fucking case that's coming down from the FBI, CIA?
It wasn't a judge.
Let me finish it.
It was an investigation.
No.
Before
Well,
they
my point
brought
is,
charges, and then they didn't bring charges.
You can't bring Rule 111 unless there's a lawsuit pending.
No, I know. I'm just saying that idea.
Let me tell you the reality. No, not
Wait,
the idea.
I didn't even get to.
Okay, but you brought up something about Rule 11. When these politicians, Democrat, Republican, when they want to, who they bring it? They bring it to a judge that's similar to them.
But the Mueller report was never brought to a judge because they didn't find enough evidence.
I get that, Bronson. We all understand.
But you're
that.
saying it shouldn't have even started because there was no evidence to begin with.
No,
and I'm saying there was. There were 2 credible FBI reports. One of them was from an Australian governmental official, an ally of ours, who we trust. He was like the next to the prime minister or whatever, that said, I heard from a Russian spy that
hearsay.
There was, I know, but how do you? But so you just right, but then with the Burisma stuff is all hearsay. We don't have evidence. We have that Hunter Biden's partner who said, yes, Biden was on the phone with us. That's hearsay. We don't have those calls. But me hearing that, I say, ooh, let's fucking investigate it.
No,
just like when I hear there was an interference with Trump and Putin. You know what? Let's investigate it. Oh, we did, and we found nothing. Great. That means I trust Trump.
Okay.
But
okay,
I think we should investigate it.
I would say Biden never worked a day in his life, Hunter, but yet he has millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. I would say that's a little fishy.
Yeah, but fishy. But that's a fishing investigation.
Bronny,
and we shouldn't do a fishing investigation.
Okay. No, yeah.
So you should do an investigation just because something's fishy?
No, I'm just saying that's a little fishy.
Yeah, it is. But so should we have an investigation?
No,
AKA a fishing investigation?
No, there are many things that I'm.
And there were many things with Trump that were fishy.
Okay. All right,
Trump and Putin were like good friends. That's fishy.
All right. But they find nothing in Trump. They keep
and
going after him.
They found nothing.
And they keep
awesome.
going and going and
I
going.
know, that's the problem.
Yes, that's
I
the
agree with
problem.
you. But I'm just talking about that's why I wanted to focus on the first one. I agree with you. Now it's ridiculous. But they're showing their hand. Even Democrats are like, guys, these are clearly political now. And that's good for you because it's showing that they're political.
Yeah, well, I mean, but I don't trust our criminal justice system. They're going to get jurors that they want. I mean, it's a whole fucked up thing.
But it's working out. Like you said, the fishing investigation.
It works out, but if you throw enough shit at the wall, it doesn't. Some of it will stick, and you have fucking 93 counts. They're going to get you on something. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is.
Yeah,
the system is not fair.
But then our democracy is also works out in a way where if enough people say, I don't care about that, we can vote him into presidency and he can nullify and pardon himself. So our democracy does work the way. If enough people say, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, but you know what they're going to do? They're going to change the law. Say if you're convicted, you can't be on the ballot. That's what they change the laws to make it work. That's fucked up.
But then
no one's ever done that. In my 56 years of life that I'm aware of, this is fucking blatant how amazing it is that they just fucking change the laws and expedite it. I mean, I'm talking fucking expedite like shit, and they fucking do what they want to do. It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
But then that's why someone like Vivek is so much saying like, I would pardon Trump on the first day, because if something like that happens, everyone will just be like, oh, I'm voting for Vivek. And then they'll come in and I'll pardon Trump.
No, Vivek's smart. He's a fucking smart dude.
That's what I think he's doing.
He
wants to siphon those Trump votes.
Right, that if Trump can't get it, he's a fucking smart dude.
Because if he's saying, I'm going to pardon Trump 100% on the first day, if Trump, let's say, whatever, for some reason, Trump becomes ineligible, you'll be like, you know what? I feel like I got to vote for this Vivek.
Well, I want Trump out.
Yeah. Right, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's
to bring that full
stupid.
circle back to the beginning of this
conversation.
conversation.
Bronny, I love you.
Love you too.
Bye, everybody. You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.